Wow, I have never felt that kind of power before. That's amazing. I stand up here and you all quiet down. Thank you very much. So, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 14th Annual Awards Celebration. I'm Bill Ross, and I'm your Director of Athletics and Recreation. Tonight, thank you. Tonight we take this opportunity to honor members of one of our most distinguished student populations, you, our student athletes, as well as our outgoing senior class. I'm pleased to welcome a few honored guests that are joining us this evening for these festivities. Joining me here on the stage, we have our very own President Mullen. Somewhere out there, I remember seeing our Executive Vice President, Eileen Petula. There she is. Okay. And I believe, and sitting next to her is Mary Mullen. Also like to welcome our North Coast Athletic Conference Executive Director, Carrie Alexander Lahufsky. And our most awesome faculty athletic reps, Ben Sloat and Becky Dawson. You know, as we look back on the year in the pool, on the field, or on the court, or the track, there's a lot of individual and team accomplishments that really stand out. We're here to recognize some of those accomplishments, so I'm not going to go over a long list. But there are a few that need to have a little bit of recognition. First one, in the fall, we had a young man that made an appearance in the Sports Illustrated Faces in the Crowd, and our own Alex Victor. We also saw a very exciting football season and a very successful football season. We also saw a 13th place finish by our women's cross country team at the national championships. And that included the All-American performances by Emily Forner and Sarah Hebner. We had probably the most fun I've had here in my 20-plus years when we dedicated the gymnasium to our very own Jim Mullen at Jim's Gym. And topped that off by our men's basketball team beating 14th ranked Wabash. And then most recently, we saw the baseball team beat 11th ranked Worcester on a very cold Easter Sunday. But probably the most crowning example of excellence that we had this year was crowning another national champion. There is nothing better in our realm on the sports, whether it's on the track, whether it's on the court, in the pool, whether it's an individual or a team. But to accomplish that feat is utterly amazing to have a national champion. And I would like to ask Emily Forner to stand up and be recognized, our most recent national champion. While I'm always happy to share the accolades that we've had in the arena, probably one of the biggest points of pride that anyone in the athletic department, especially the athletic director, is to be able to brag about you as your student and your academic accomplishments, even more so than what you were able to achieve athletically. And again, I'm proud to say that overall, as an athletic student body, that our grade point average exceeded that of the general student body. So again, congratulations on that. None of these accolades can be accomplished without the dedication and leadership of our Gator coaching staff and our tremendous support staff, whether it's our athletic training staff, the athletic communication staff, our administrators, and especially our friends from physical plant that do a wonderful job in making sure that we have everything that we need and everything is functioning the way that it should. So they also deserve a big round of applause. This evening marks a very special moment in our athletic laurels, as this is the last time President Mullen will preside over the student-athlete celebration. He's attended every single one of these since its inception. So again, it's truly an honor to have him here and have him being a part of this festivities. It's a testament to who he is as a man and as a leader of this institution. He makes himself known across campus. He makes sure that he is involved in everything in your lives, and he takes a lot of joy and a lot of great pride in being a part of the athletic community as well. Tradition has been that he would open the remarks for this festivity, but I'm going to break that tradition. So rather than hearing from him during the opening remarks and then potentially having his inspiring message be drowned out by all of our programming, I'm going to let him savor this night and then ask him to close out the evening. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to turn over the rest of this evening to our MC for the night, our Assistant Athletic Director for Communications, Sean King.
One more round of applause for Bill Ross, our Athletic Director. If you're not interested in Game of Thrones or Avengers Endgame spoilers, now's probably a good time to leave. Sorry. For those of you who haven't met me yet, and if the football team's first meeting of spring ball is any indication, that's most of you. My office is in charge of the athletics website. Yes, we do have a website. And at AC Gator Sports, Twitter and Instagram. Link is in the bio. Feel free. So while you're here, feel free to make a catch while doing a backflip or hit follow, but it has to be one or the other. So following's probably easier. Tonight we will recognize some of the best and brightest Allegheny College has to offer. A national champion, conference champions, all-conference student athletes, Alden scholars, Fortnite champions, talent show winners, Kings in the North Village. Okay, so maybe only some of those. With that said, it's now time to kick off our awards portion of the evening as we begin by recognizing our 61 senior student athletes who will be greeted on stage by President Mullen, Bill Ross, and their respective head coaches. From the baseball team, Austin Bristol. Tommy Cannon. Vincent Carone. Dalton Donahue. Joe Nagel. Ethan Pollock. Brandon Pouch. And Max Sessions. From women's basketball, Delaney Arbor. And Kayla Pinkney. From men's basketball, Billy Urso. From football, Tyler Balla. Zach Bednarowitz. Marcus Davenport. Francisco Guzman. Logan Lee. Cray Naylor. David Perez. Jake Reidenbach. Tristan Rhodes. Brandon Sellers. Tyler Stauffer. Jonah Tanner. Carol Vargas. And Cody Wendt. Both members, or all three members of women's and men's golf are unable to be here tonight, but women's golf, Ali Metzger. Men's golf, Herbert Ford and Jesse Ottaway. From women's lacrosse, Sarah Baisden. Laurence Busque. Alex Grob. Taylor Vigneri. and Alex Zielinski. From women's soccer, Isabella Martinez. And Hannah Smith. From men's soccer, Taylor Diaz. Rowan Doherty. Liam McCursey. Eric Orta. Carl Pullman. Dan Realbuto. And John Sion. From softball, Maria DiDonato. Kayla Mahan. Bailey Tarnowski. And Jessica Valerino. From women's swimming and diving, Lizzie Key. From men's swimming and diving, Brian Corletti. And Anastasios Mihalopoulos. From men's tennis, Zach Anderson. Colton Johnson Taylor. And Mike Siegel. From women's cross country and track and field, Emily Forner. And Sarah Hevner. From women's track and field, Jen Johnson. From men's cross country and track and field, Lewis McCumber. And Matt Svets. From men's track and field, Barry Tevro. And Curtis Williams. Ooh, that didn't sound good. And from volleyball, Rachel Slaughterback and Megan Utt. Thank you to our class of 2019 seniors for their dedication to their respective sports and Allegheny College over the course of their careers. While we will be honoring a number of Gator student athletes for their athletic performances this season, at this time we would like to introduce an award that recognizes Gators who stand out both athletically and academically. 23 years ago, Chi Alpha Sigma Honor Society was founded as the preeminent honor society for college athletes. In the fall of 2017, Allegheny was honored to receive membership in Chi Alpha Sigma, and we would now like to proudly recognize the second class of Allegheny inductees into this prestigious honor society. We will read off this year's class alphabetically by sport and ask that the honorees join us on stage and remain for the formal induction. From the baseball team, Vincent Carone, Sean Keeley, Joe Nagel, Nate Pastoric, and Keegan Phillips. From women's basketball, Zoe Soilis. From football, Joe Hayes, Corey Lasky, Kyle McGee, and Charles Ross. From women's golf, Erin McNamara. From women's lacrosse, Rhiannon King. From women's soccer, Samantha Ah. and Adele Gilman. From softball, Brittany Kittle. From women's swimming and diving, Allison Codner. And Lizzie Key. From men's swimming and diving, Tucker Harvey. From women's tennis, Miharu Ko. And Amanda Resslier. From women's cross country and track and field, Jacelyn Alberts. Joy Brown. And Carissa Caulfield. From women's track and field, Caitlin Frawley. Catherine Sutter. And Tori Valkovic. And from men's cross country and track and field, Christian Gear. And I cannot read and skipped men's soccer. From men's soccer, Ryan Clydesdale. Matt Masucci. Jorge Olan. And Dylan Toma. I apologize for that. At this time, I'd like to welcome Allegheny College Senior Woman Administrator and Women's Basketball Head Coach, who serves as the college's Chi Alpha Sigma Chapter President, for the formal induction.
Thank you, sir. Founded in 1996, Chi Alpha Sigma recognizes college athletes who receive a varsity letter in their sport while maintaining a 3.4 or higher grade point average throughout their junior years. Student athletes from all three NCAA classifications are represented. Let it be known that on this, the 30th of April in the year 2019, these 31 Allegheny College student athletes are hereby officially inducted into the Chi Alpha Sigma National Honor Society. This group has truly excelled both athletically and academically and embody all that we strive to promote as a preeminent NCAA Division III institution. These student athletes who stand before you have not only excelled in both the classroom and on the playing field, but have been recommended by their coaches to join this prestigious honor society by also displaying good citizenship, moral character, friendship, and leadership to their peers and teammates. Your membership into Chi Alpha Sigma is for life, and you are receiving this extraordinary recognition for your ability to exemplify the most outstanding degree of what a college student athlete should look like. On behalf of Allegheny College, its faculty, administration, and athletic staff, I congratulate you on your honor, and I wish you the most continued success, both academically and athletically.
Thank you. You may return to your seats. We will now begin the presentation of this year's special awards. Here to present the NCAC Scholar Athlete of the Year Award is the Executive Director of the North Coast Athletic Conference, Carrie Alexander Luhovsky. I'll still read everything, but I wanted to get you up here. The NCAC Scholar Athlete of the Year is presented annually to one male and one female student athlete for outstanding combined athletic and academic achievements. To be eligible, a student must be outstanding in the classroom and must have earned at least one all-conference distinction. The award is voted upon by the athletic administration and approved by the faculty athletics representatives. The 2019 male recipient is a central defender on the men's soccer team, who has started all 35 games over the past 2 seasons and 58 total matches in his career. A 2-year captain and 2018 second team All-NCAC selection, he will graduate with a degree in psychology and a minor in Spanish. Our 2019 NCAC Male Scholar Athlete of the Year, Liam McCursey. Picture. Our 2019 female recipient needs no introduction. If you're familiar with Gator athletics in any way, shape, or form, you've heard of her accomplishments on the course and track. But she is also a top performer in the classroom, along with being a national champion on the track. Prior to winning the 3,000-meter title at the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships, she was an All-American in cross country and has more All-NCAC, All-Region, and even more honors than we can list if we plan on getting out of here in a decent hour. A global health studies major with minors in biology and French, our 2019 NCAC Female Scholar Athlete of the Year, Emily Forner. Coach Lindsay, does that work for anyone? If I just say 1, 2, 3, will people clap? Let's give Coach Lindsay 3. 1, 2, 3? No, okay. Oh, there we go. Work in progress. Congratulations to our winners, and a special thank you to NCAC Executive Director Carrie Alexander Luhovsky for being with us this evening. At this time, I'd like to invite our faculty athletic representatives, Ben Sloat and Rebecca Dawson, on stage to help present our next award. The William Crawford Academic Merit Award is bestowed annually to one male and one female student athlete with the highest cumulative GPAs and the team with the highest GPA. Our 2019 male William Crawford Academic Merit Award recipient is from the men's tennis team, Michael Siegel.
Nice student.
Camera that way. Our 2019 female William Crawford Academic Merit Award recipient is from the women's track and field team, Jen Johnson. before we introduce the team award winner, we ask that the seniors please come on stage to receive the award on behalf of your team. And the 2019 William Crawford Academic Merit Award Team Award goes to the women's cross country team. The friend of the Program Award recognizes an individual who shows frequent support of Gator athletics. If you've ever been to a sporting event at the Robertson Athletic Complex, you've most likely seen this individual's work, as his efforts to maintain the grounds are paramount in keeping our outdoor facilities in top shape. Whether it be manicuring playing surfaces, pumping standing water from a dugout after a large rainfall, or many of the numerous other tasks that seemingly go unnoticed every day, this year's winner always has a smile on his face, whether it's 30 degrees, 80 degrees, raining, or sunny. It is my pleasure to introduce the 2019 Allegheny College Friend of the Program Award to my friend, Mr. Tyler Bells. With the exception of the SAC Student Athlete of the Year Awards, the following awards are nominated and voted on by the head coaches. Our first award is the Comeback of the Year Award. Because this award has finalists that are individuals and teams, we ask that if a team is the winner, only the seniors come up to accept the award on behalf of the team. This award recognizes an individual or team that fought back and persevered from a period of misfortune or adversity. The three finalists for the award are Austin Bristol, senior shortstop on the baseball team who missed all of last season due to injury and has rebounded to be one of the team's best all-around players this season. The Allegheny football team, which won as many games this past fall as it had in the previous 5 years combined, as the Gators finished 6-4 and 4th in the NCAC. And the Allegheny women's basketball team, which trailed by 17 points in the second half of a non-conference game at Washington and Jefferson in November, before eventually rallying to win in overtime. The winner of the 2019 Comeback of the Year Award is the Allegheny football team. They're coming. Next, we have our Inspiration of the Year Award. This accolade is presented annually to one student athlete that exemplifies positive commitment to their respective team, the athletic department, and as a citizen in the community. This student athlete has demonstrated inspiration, friendship, fair play, perseverance, mutual respect, sacrifice, and team effort. Our three finalists for this award represent three different teams. First is Zach Anderson from the men's tennis team, who overcame ACL tears in both knees at different points and remained close with the team during his recovery, eventually making it back as a leader on the team. Delaney Arbor, an inspiration to her women's basketball teammates for putting in countless additional hours into improving her game outside of the traditional practice times. And Dalton Donahue of the baseball team, who rebounded from the loss of his mother, Becky, to cancer last season to be one of the top relief pitchers in the NCAC this year as a senior. And the winner of the 2019 Allegheny College Inspiration of the Year is Dalton Donahue. The Newcomer of the Year Award is presented annually to one male and one female athlete competing in their first season at Allegheny. The nominees for Male Newcomer of the Year are Zach Martin, who started all 10 football games and ranked 5th on the team with 48 tackles. Brian Roberts Jr., who was named All-NCAC as a freshman and ranked 2nd on the team in scoring. And Tim Wigart from the men's cross country and track and field teams, who earned All-NCAC recognition during cross country season this fall. The 2019 Allegheny College Male Newcomer of the Year, Brian Roberts Jr. The nominees for Female Newcomer of the Year are Mary Allen, who contributed 33 points, 23 goals, 83 draw controls, and 32 ground balls to the women's lacrosse team. Lauren Isaacs, who was the second highest scorer for the women's swimming and diving team at the NCAC championships. And Molly Tarvin, an honorable mention All-NCAC runner in cross country and part of the NCAC championship distance medley relay during indoor track and field season. The 2019 Female Newcomer of the Year is, we should really have chompers presenting these next year, Molly Tarvin. The SAC Student Athlete of the Year Award is presented annually by the Allegheny Student Athlete Advisory Committee to one male and one female student athlete. Here to present this year's awards are SAC co-presidents from men's soccer, Owen Harkins, and from women's tennis, Amanda Resslier.
The male nominees are a first-team All-NCAC men's basketball player and 1,000-point scorer in just 3 seasons, Jordan Rawls. An NCAC track and field champion, 3-time All-NCAC cross-country runner, 2-time All-Region, and 2-time NCAC cross-country qualifier, Matt Svets. And a record-setting All-NCAC wide receiver whose talents were featured in Sports Illustrated this past fall, Alex Victor. And the 2019 SAC Male Student Athlete of the Year is Alex Victor.
Okay, the female nominees are 1, a national champion in track and field and an All-American in cross country, Emily Fortner. Second is a women's golfer who consistently finishes at or near the top of the Gator standings, Allie Metzger. And finally, a member of the record-breaking 200 freestyle relay team and freestyle women's swimmer, McLaren Rodriguez. The 2018-2019 SAC Female Student Athlete of the Year is Emily Fortner.
Thank you, Owen and Amanda, and congratulations to Peanut and Emily. One of the most prestigious awards at Allegheny College, our final award tonight, is the Senior Achievement Award. It is a 4-year cumulative award given to one male and one female student athlete who has had the most impact on the climate of Allegheny College athletics. The recipients are integral to their respective team success, but they set a larger tone, an example for the entire department to follow. The award is nominated and voted on by the head coaches. Our finalists for Male Senior Achievement Award are a preseason All-American and All-NCAC selection a year ago from the baseball team, Tommy Cannon. A record-breaking signal caller at quarterback who holds the only 3,000-yard passing season in the rich history of Allegheny football, Logan Lee. And an NCAC track and field champion, 3-time All-NCAC cross-country runner, 2-time All-Region, and 2-time NCAA cross-country qualifier, Matt Svets. The winner of the 2019 Allegheny College Male Senior Achievement Award is Matt Spetz.
Well, it's an honor to be up here. I mean, I got to thank everybody who makes nights like these possible. I mean, you know, as a student athlete, I think it means a lot to all of us that things like this happen. So, first, I think I got to give a special thanks to my parents. They're standing right about there. But yeah, I mean, usually I'm the one to mess around, but I think I got to get real for a second. They truly have been, I wouldn't be what I am today without them. I mean, if I'm going to get real, you know, when I was 2, I was diagnosed with autism, and the doctor said not to expect much of anything from me. And I can only imagine what was going through their heads at that point. But I do know what they did, and they fought tooth and nail. They gave everything they had, their heart and soul, and everything, all the money they didn't have to give me the opportunity to be here. And, you know, even if they haven't always got me, they've always supported it because it was good, because I loved it, and they've always shown me love no matter what, and I gotta thank them for that, really. But, I mean, I gotta send love out to my team. I mean, if you guys want to stand up. But, like, I never thought I was gonna find a family like I did here with this team. I mean, over these 4 years, they've truly been, I think, the best 4 years I've ever had. We've gone through so many highs and lows. And, I mean, I got to give some thanks out to the first people I knew who really showed me how to be a great runner, Dan Chun, Emmett Barr, Randy Violet, who taught me so much of what I know and taught me how to really care about the sport. I got to give thanks to Justin Koch, Hound, and Brad Bariner for just helping me grow as a person and always being there in my earlier years. I've got to give thanks to Carter Smith and John Hughes for being some of the best training partners I've ever had. Not just challenging me, but also making all those gruesome tasks actually pretty enjoyable and going through it all with them. And I got to thank my friend who I've known for a decade, Lewis McCumber, for these 10 wonderful years that we've shared together. So many highs and lows can happen, and it's really been great to know you for that long, Lou. I've got to give a shout out to my junior class. I really think you got this next year. I feel great about where this team is going. I got to give a shout out to Christian Gear, Gabe Herbst, Slack Faust, Zach Casagrande, and Barry Trevo, and Luke Kellett for being just some of the best friends I've had ever, and just always being there to support me, always being just great with goofing around or being serious, or just they've always been there for me, and it's just been absolutely terrific. I got to thank my coaches, Coach Kim, Coach Maurer, and Coach Lindsay for pushing me and working with me. I mean, I know I ask a lot of questions. I know that sometimes I like to go off the rails, but they've both been patient with me and supportive of me, and I can't thank them enough for that. And I got to thank the trainers for, you know, keeping me upright. I got to give a shout out to Devin, who some of you may know, who during my sophomore year when I was broken, he was the reason I was able to get back up. And finally, I just got to thank this Allegheny College, the community of Meadville. I mean, just being here all this time, I've learned so much, I've grown so much, I mean, from my professor, from my fellow students. It's really meant the world for me to just learn so much and have the support, and it's been wonderful. And honestly, this award is an honor, but the real honor is to have been here with all you and gone through it, because this has truly been a life-changing experience, and I'm all the better for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. The finalists for the Female Senior Achievement Award are a two-time All-NCAC selection and the fourth leading scorer in Allegheny women's basketball history, Delaney Arbor. The national champion in the 2019 women's indoor 3,000-meter run and a cross-country All-American, Emily Forner. And a four-year starting pitcher on the softball team who has a no-hitter against Kenyon to her credit, Kayla Mahan. Last envelope of the night. The 2019 Female Senior Achievement Award goes to Emily Forner.
Hello? Okay. Wow, okay. So I've been up here a lot, so I'm going to be quick. But first off, I just wanted to say, Delaney and Kayla, I know I never got to really see you guys in action, but I followed your seasons, and you guys are incredible, and I'm honored to be like a finalist for this award amongst you guys. So a little shout out to you guys for your seasons as well. Yeah. So I have a lot of people to thank, and you guys all know who you are, but I thought I'd take this in like a slightly different direction. And as I was thinking about like what this award means to me, I have a small little plaque above my desk that I look at every once in a while, and it says, "There's no elevator to success, you have to take the stairs." And it's a little cheesy, yeah. My mom got it for me when I was in high school, and I had a really tough time with a track season, and I was really down on myself, and she brought like a little bit of light to my life with that. But I think it is a really good metaphor for Allegheny and our athletics and athletics in general. You truly do have to take the stairs, and if you're anything like me, you're gonna tumble down a few stairs, you're gonna twist an ankle, and you're probably gonna embarrass yourself in the process a few times. Yeah, but you do have to put in that work, and you have to take things like step by step, because sports they're a process. It takes time. You're going to miss a few steps. You're going to have some setbacks. I've had my fair share of setbacks. I wanted to quit the sport a lot. There were a few times where I was really, really down and didn't think I was really capable of achieving much. But obviously I stand here today in some achievement. So I just wanted to let anyone know in the room that if you're having a tough time, if you're down on yourself, if you're thinking that I don't know if this sport is for me or not, or I don't know if I'm capable of achieving anything great in Allegheny or in my academics or in life, you can. It's going to take some effort, but I know in my experience, I had a great support group of friends, of teammates, of just life models in my cross-country ladies team. So shout out to you guys, my coaches. I seriously wouldn't be standing here. I wouldn't be competing in the sport. Hell, I don't even know if I'd be still at Allegheny if I didn't have you guys supporting me and telling me, even if I couldn't believe it myself, that I was capable of achieving these things. I would never have, you asked me like last year if I would have ever thought that I could be an All-American or a national qualifier or a national champion for that matter. I would have laughed in your face, but these coaches, the faculty at Allegheny, you guys for putting this together, seriously, you have helped me so much, and I am very, very grateful to call you guys my friends, my teammates, my coaches. So yeah, thank you guys, and good luck on finals.
What you couldn't see was Emily did nearly that entire speech on her tiptoes. Our closing remarks tonight will be handled by an avid supporter of every student at Allegheny College for the past 11 years. It is my honor to turn the podium over to one of the most genuine, caring, and dedicated individuals I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. Before we bring up President Mullen, the athletic department has a special parting gift for you. I've been told that free admission for life to athletics events is a retirement benefit here at Allegheny. So we wanted to get you something unique that represents your commitment to our student athletes. Here is a lifetime pass to join any Gator team on the sideline during a competition. Just please make sure it's visible at all times.
That is great. I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 21st president of Allegheny College, Jim Mullen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. You are a great MC. Let's hear a round of applause for a great night. And I want to say a special word of thanks tonight as well to Bill Ross. We have a very special athletic director, and I would argue as great an athletic director as there is in the United States of America right here. And I want to say also a special word to someone that I've had the privilege of working with and seeing lead over the past many years, our executive director of our conference. Carrie, it has been a great joy to know you and to work with you. Thank you. And of course, to the coaches and the staff of the athletic department, it has been an honor to stand by your side and learn from you. You are the most remarkable teachers and mentors, and you are the stewards of the Gator tradition. For all of this, on behalf of everyone in this room and every member of the alumni, I thank you for that. to Ben Sloat, Becky Dawson for their commitment to this program, and through you to all of the faculty and staff of this institution. You change lives here every day by what you do, and I thank you for that. And to each and every student athlete in this room, I think you know this is a very meaningful night for me, for it's an opportunity for me to one last time thank you. And through you, thank every student athlete who has graced this campus during my 11 years as president of Allegheny. It's an opportunity for me to thank you for the great joy you've given me as I have watched you compete. Win or lose, you've always made me proud by your passion, by your commitment, and your willingness to leave it all on the field, in the arena, on the track, on the courts, or on the course. Your character and your sportsmanship have always made not only me, but all of Allegheny proud. It's an opportunity for me to say thank you for your achievements in the classroom, for always representing the best of what it means to be student athletes. You define Division III athletics and what it stands for. And every one of us here tonight is grateful for that. It's a chance for me to thank you for living the values of service and citizenship that Allegheny aspires to represent. This campus and this community are better because of your generous spirits and your genuine kindness. You have touched so many lives, including mine and Mary's and Frankie's and James, and we are forever grateful. And it is the last chance for me to thank each of you for carrying on the proud tradition of a college that is a founding member of the NCAA. You have worn the blue and gold, and you've done so with distinction. And in doing so, you have brought honor to your college and to every student athlete who has preceded you across the decades. On their behalf and my own, I thank you. But perhaps most important to me, in this last night like this that we will share, I have the chance to tell you how much I admire you, how much I admire your character, the magic you bring to competition, the effort you bring to balancing the call of the classroom with your responsibilities to your team and your sport, the selflessness you bring to giving back and to making a difference for our community. For all this and for so much more, I admire you. I am inspired by you. And I love you as though you were my own family. And one last time, allow me to say how proud I am. Proud of what Gator Athletics represents, proud of each of you, and proud that I have had the privilege to be your president and to be your fan. All of this will never change. My gratitude to you, my admiration of you, and my pride in you and the tradition you have built. It will never change, no matter where the future takes us. We are always joined together in all the tomorrows yet to come. We are Gators, today, tomorrow, and always. Thank you. Thank you for who you are, and thank you for what you represent. Go Gators.
We can keep applauding him. I think he deserves it. While we're in an applauding mood, a special thank you to everyone that puts this event on, the folks working the lights, the camera, on stage, Nikki Newman and Taylor Kaufman, just making sure that this event is a first-class event. And a special selfish thank you to Jem. Thank you for everything you do. There are very few people that care about Allegheny athletics as much as Jem, and we're lucky to have him. This concludes tonight's programming. We ask that award winners, seniors, and Chi Alpha Sigma inductees please stay behind for photos. Thank you all, and good night.